Heaven is setting a table with your name carved into the wood. They're planning something sacred. Your name is in every prayer. This isn't just a date. It's the collision of two lifetimes. They circled the calendar in secret. You're the only reason. Their soul whispered yes before you ever spoke. A divine meeting is unfolding where your heartbreak once lived. They've already seen you in dreams, dressed in light. Someone's telling the stars to hurry, just to meet you. You're not waiting. You're being prepared for sacred timing. The table is set. Even your tears are invited. They're being told you're the answer, not the risk. You are the confirmation they begged heaven to send. They're fixing a date where your name will echo. This love will silence every voice that said never. The angels are not quiet. They're orchestrating a reunion. They finally believe again because they remembered your eyes. The day is sealed. The delay was divine mercy. They don't want just anyone. They asked for you. The invitation was written in fire, not ink. You'll recognize them by the way they remember your silence. You were not forgotten. You were being aligned. Their love had to break once to come back real. They asked God for a sign. Your name appeared. What you thought was over is being rewritten as holy. They've told no one, but they still call you theirs. Heaven isn't late. It's just waiting for your yes. They canceled other names. Only yours remained. There's a reason you've been feeling watched. It's destiny preparing you. Their soul never stopped knocking on your spirit. The date is already written. Your doubt can't erase it. You were never ghosted, only hidden until the right time. The calendar was empty, until God whispered your name. They can't explain it, but they know it's you. The silence was protection. Now comes the voice. You thought they forgot. They were just building the altar. They never stopped preparing for a love this big. Your name kept interrupting their plans, so they surrendered. They lost interest in everyone else the day you cried. They're praying to meet you with clean hands and clear eyes. You're not waiting in vain. You're walking into prophecy. Their heart is being softened for your arrival. You're not just someone. They're planning everything around your presence. They remembered the sound of your goodbye. That's why they're returning. You're about to walk into what once felt impossible. They asked God for mercy. God showed them your face. They're fixing a day where your smile ends generations of grief. The universe owes you alignment. This is the repayment. Their delay wasn't rejection. It was reverence. Someone's rehearsing how to say your name right this time. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They circled your birthday before ever meeting you. They heard your voice before they ever called. Destiny doesn't rush, but when it moves, it changes everything. They looked into others, and still saw only your shadow. Their mother knows your name without meeting you. You're not hard to love. You're hard to replace. They don't know why, but they can't plan without you. You're not too late. You're right on time for them. Their soul knew you before the world did. You're not waiting. They're just being aligned with your magnitude. They've already chosen the music. It sounds like your laugh. Their love is being sharpened to pierce your silence. They're not coming to date you. They're coming to recognize you. Your softness ruined them for every imitation. They broke up with fear the moment your memory returned. You're what their healing led them to. They left their comfort zone and found your name there. They dreamt of a future that only makes sense with you in it. The moment they stopped chasing, your spirit called them. They aren't just missing you, they're being summoned to you. Your love was the prophecy they denied until now. You were never a chapter. They want to build the book with you. Their soul is clearing space for your arrival. They deleted old texts. Their fingers remember only your name. They are dressing their wounds in your memory. They stopped pretending. They're finally coming clean with love. What felt like rejection was God rewriting your alignment. Their pillow holds prayers with your name folded inside. They saw your name and cried because it still hurts holy. You're not just wanted. You are awaited. The wind shifted because your name was spoken in truth. They're tired of pretending they don't remember. You've become the only reason they still believe in sacred timing. They know your voice by heart, even in silence. They chose peace. That's how they knew it had to be you. They kissed the wrong lips and saw your eyes. The date they're fixing will rewrite both your timelines. You didn't lose them. You're being led to meet again healed. Their soul didn't forget. It just wandered long enough to remember you fully. Their healing doesn't erase you. It prepares room for you. They stopped searching. Your love is all they could ever find again. They canceled a trip. Something told them you were closer. They forgot birthdays, but never the day they lost you. Their spirit keeps calling your name in languages they never learned. They saw a stranger with your smile and wept. They're begging heaven to hold your heart until they can. You are their turning point, written in divine ink. They packed their bags when your name returned to their dreams. What they thought was over was just sleeping. The next date they plan won't be rescheduled. It's sacred. Their calendar is quiet, but your name is loud on it. Every canceled plan was life making room for you. They deleted numbers, but couldn't delete your pull. They stopped answering texts. Their heart is preparing only for you. They're not choosing a day. They're choosing a destiny. Their yes will feel like a homecoming, not a promise. Their friends laugh, but their heart has only one name. They prayed, if not them, let it be no one. They're clearing space where your name can echo undisturbed. They are dressing carefully for the day your soul walks in. The date is sacred. Even the clock will weep. The moment they saw your name again, the plans returned. You're not on their mind. You're under divine instruction. They're crafting an apology through actions, not words. Their lips will tremble, but their hands will not. They stopped checking horoscopes. They believe in divine appointments now. They're not late. They're arriving in God's rhythm. They never found another voice that felt like home. The ache in their chest is your name resurfacing. This time, they're not choosing convenience. They're choosing covenant. They walked away from almosts. You were never meant to be one. The delay was preparation. You deserved a healed version. They want to build what doesn't need to be hidden. You won't have to ask this time. They're sure. Their doubts died when your name lived again. Every wrong turn is being rerouted to your spirit. They don't just miss you. They feel incomplete without your voice. They're not fixing a date. They're restoring a divine bond. Someone is practicing how to meet your eyes without trembling. They canceled games. They want truth now. They're fixing a date. But heaven fixed it first. You're not waiting. You're being carved into their calendar. They're not sure why, but they can't plan life without you. The time is near. Even their silence is making space for you. They saw your name and time stood still. This is not coincidence. It's the unfolding of covenant. They're choosing a day where fear cannot follow. The date is sealed. Heaven wept when they circled it. The one you loved quietly is planning loudly now. They said yes to God before they said yes to you. You were hidden, not forgotten, protection before presence. They're tired of distractions. They only want divine. Your name ruined them for temporary. They're telling no one, but preparing for everything. Their calendar looks ordinary until you walk in. They stopped running. You were always the return. The delay wasn't punishment. It was purification. They're not choosing love. They're choosing you. The table is being set with tears and timing. They once called you impossible. Now you're inevitable. The stars are waiting for your yes to align. They lost themselves to find this day. Every failed love prepared them to finally honor you. They've erased the past. Only your name remained. The day they feared has become the day they crave. Their soul is rehearsing your reunion in silence. You are not an option. You are the vow. Even angels pause when your name is spoken. They remember how you breathed when you cried. They're picking a date, not knowing your soul already agreed. Time is folding itself to bring you back together. They asked for mercy. God gave them your name. What you think is over is turning divine behind the veil. They held back every confession until now. They kissed the wrong mouths, but none tasted like you. They're fixing a date, but the feeling has never left. They were born again the moment you left. You are the reason their silence aches. They left the crowd to find one face, yours. They didn't lose interest. They found purpose. Their heartbreak prepared them to hold you holy. They remember how you never asked for anything, but gave everything. They're not returning empty. They're returning awakened. That strange feeling in your chest? They're remembering you. Their heart is listening. Their soul already heard. They didn't forget you. They forgave themselves first. This love won't be loud, but it will be eternal. They want peace, and you've always been the answer. The table is waiting. The silence is sacred. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They stopped explaining. They're just coming home. You are not an idea. You're the reason. They lost friends for defending your name in silence. They're tired of almosts. They want what's divine. They counted every birthday you spent alone. You weren't erased. You were elevated. You're the name they couldn't unhear. They never moved on. They just went quiet. They ran from you, not because of hate, but fear of purity. They prayed for clarity. Your name kept answering. They don't want anyone else calling you home. They fasted for peace. You appeared. Their room knows your name. Their mirror whispers it. They started over so you'd never have to question. They regret leaving but not returning. They've learned the language of your silence. You're not haunting them. You're healing them. Their peace began where your name landed. They buried pride. Now love is rising. They don't dream of weddings. They dream of walking beside you again. Their heart is shy, but their spirit is shouting. They're not afraid of commitment. They're afraid you've stopped waiting. They didn't plan this, but their soul always did. They won't propose with a ring first, but with repentance. They hope to be forgiven before being embraced. Their love didn't leave. It learned how to return. Their biggest mistake was thinking you'd be replaced. They've met others, but only remembered you. You are the page they keep returning to. They've stopped writing love stories without you in them. Their next kiss will come with trembling hands and answered prayers. They're not practicing proposals. They're praying you still believe. They don't know how to say it, but their soul already has. They're walking back slower, so you know it's real. They want to give you more than closure, covenant. They fell in love with God and found you again. You are the date their spirit marked in fire. They know now you weren't too much. They were unready. Their peace was paused the day you walked away. They stopped lying to themselves. It was always you. They want to earn your trust, not just your time. They've memorized your absence, and it still burns. They want love that forgives. You always gave that. They're scared you've moved on, but more afraid you're still hurting. Their ego died when they realized your heart never asked for perfection. Their apology has no words, only changed actions. You are the only ghost they still welcome. They're writing the vow in their mind daily. Their next call will sound like surrender, not seduction. They're planning for forever, not for fixing loneliness. Their pillow knows your name better than their voice does. You're not a memory. They're still building their future around you. They deleted your photos, but not the feeling. They don't want another chance. They want the right one with you. You were never too late. You were just too sacred for the wrong time. Their silence isn't rejection. It's trembling preparation. They've grown quiet, but their love has grown louder. They're not hoping. They're preparing. You're still the reason they flinch when someone says forever. They tried to replace you. Now they're rebuilding to receive you. They stopped playing. You made them want truth. Your name didn't fade. It fused with their destiny. Their return won't be dramatic. It'll be divine. You are not nostalgia. You are prophecy unfolding. They traded crowds for clarity, and clarity keeps showing your face. They stopped asking, what if? The answer has always been you. They can't love anyone else fully because they gave their whole heart to you. Their memory of you is the only thing that didn't decay. You weren't practice. You were the promise. Their heart still breaks with the way you love them. The apology is coming, wrapped in silence and sacrifice. They learned what love isn't by losing what it was. They're not fixing a date. They're rebuilding garden. You didn't need to fight for them. Time is fighting for you. They finally see it. You were their answered prayer. What they're fixing now, they broke with silence. You were not too intense. You were exact. They felt peace once. It had your name on it. They want to meet you healed, so you never have to fix them. They're not asking for another chance. They're asking for a beginning. They thought you were a phase. Now they call it fate. They'll never say it out loud, but their spirit knelt at your memory. You weren't their type. You were their truth. They failed to see it then. Now they feel it daily. The way you loved changed the chemistry of their soul. They know now you were not random. You were revelation. They spent years moving on, just to circle back to your name. They are planning now with trembling reverence. You still interrupt their peace, and they call that holy. They forgot how to flirt, but not how to feel you. They lost the map, but never your name. What they thought they ruined, God is rebuilding.